Some of you might remember Second Lieutenant Caron Nazario. This is something that happened back in 2020 where he was pulled over, detained, pepper sprayed, had a gun pointed at him. And this happened in Windsor. This was the Windsor police in Virginia that pulled him over, and things got out of hand. So he did sue. He did sue. You're not going to believe what the outcome of this thing is. In his lawsuit, he was asking for $1 million for what the police did to him. And the cop that you see in the picture with him, he ended up getting fired. So let's get into this story. A federal jury in Virginia on Tuesday awarded $3,685 to an Army lieutenant who was asking for $1 million, alleging in the lawsuit that he was threatened, assaulted, and falsely imprisoned during a 2020 traffic stop in which police officers they had pepper sprayed him, and that's what you're looking at in the picture. That was after he was pepper sprayed. I did a video on this back in 2020 when it happened. He was held at gunpoint and told he should be afraid of them. Caron Nazario, a second lieutenant in the Army, was driving his new SUV on December 5th, 2020, when he was pulled over for not having a permanent license plate. And that is a very common thing, especially when you purchase a new vehicle. It's very common. I don't know why that would be so alarming to a cop. So, as it was dark and he was on a major road, he slowed down and waited until he came across a brightly lit gas station, Nazario said in the lawsuit filed last year in U.S. District Court for Eastern District of Virginia. The officer were asking him, to exit the vehicle. Nazario questioning why such a measure was necessary over a license plate. He told him he was honestly afraid to get out. Yeah, I mean, look at all of the police shootings in this country. I don't blame anybody for feeling that way. Yeah, you should be. So the officer that you see in the picture with him was Joe Gutierrez, and he has since been fired. He was one of the Windsor, Virginia officers named in the suit, according to the video. Nazario was then pepper sprayed, hit, and handcuffed, the video shows. Gutierrez, he told Nazario, "You're fixing to ride the lightning, son." Oh, yeah, I remember this. A reference, the lawsuit argued that he threatened to execute him. Lieutenant Nazario, right there at the gas station parking lot. So the attorneys for the former police officer argued that he was referencing the use of a taser, not execution. Well, what are you tasing him for? See, this is what all the things we were asking. You pulled him over for having a temporary license plate for a vehicle he just got. I don't see why he was even pulled over. Number two, you're pepper spraying him and tasing him for a crime that never happened. And if the officer was in the right, he should not have lost his job. He did lose his job. Oh boy. They also threatened to end his military career if Nazario raised concerns over their conduct. According to the lawsuit, Nazario alleged in the lawsuit He was seeking $1 million in damages, that he was injured physically and mentally by Gutierrez and the other officers, Daniel Crocker. His constitutional rights also violated, he said, but the jury largely sided with Crocker and Gutierrez, awarding Nazario $1,000 in punitive damages after it found Crocker violated Nazario's rights under the state law, and $2,685 in uh in other damages. What? I'm just looking at this amount. But you know what, y'all? This is what happens in these crooked ass courts. I don't know what's worse, the cops or these courts that they got set up in this country. Unbelievable. I'm just looking at the amount. I just can't believe he got $3,685. Wow. This is just unbelievable. Tom Roberts, an attorney for Nazario, said the jury's verdict and the amount of damages it awarded to his client were adding insult to injury. He said in a statement that it was unlikely that the verdict will send a message to police officers other than letting them know that this behavior will not result in any meaningful consequences. You got that right. First of all, it is crazy that any jury in this country awarded that kind of money just looking at what he went through. I mean, this is crazy. So, the traffic stop became one of the many altercations between law enforcement and black drivers that have gone viral after being caught on video. Now, if you remember, Nazario has one black parent and one Latino parent. In the aftermath of the episode, Gutierrez was fired by then Ralph Northam, who was the governor at that time, and he called for an investigation after seeing the video. Corrine Silverman, an attorney for Gutierrez, said the jury did their job and did it well. Well, yeah, it's a cop getting off, so of course they feel that way. She said the case was about more than a traffic stop for missing license plates, adding that Gutierrez was grateful to the jury for taking the time to deliberate the evidence. So they just pretty much let the cops get away big time for what they did. And I would like to know the breakdown of the jury. Who was on that jury? Seriously, who was on the jury to come out with this kind of verdict? This is how they do it, y'all. So the attorney for Crocker name was Richard Matthews. He said in a statement that the jury reached the correct decision given the current political climate. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. He really got railroaded. I don't know if he can appeal this or what, but for what they did to him, and he was never charged with a crime. So he had guns pointed at him. He was pepper sprayed. He was hit. And no charges were filed after they did all of that to him. Mm, mm, mm. And all of this over some license plate? No, what they did to him did not fit what was going on. You did all of that over some license plate for a vehicle that he just got. And I remember, I think he had I believe he had a dog in the back seat, if memory serves me correct. But wow, that's all he got. $3,685 for everything he went through. Yeah, whoever was on that jury, they were definitely pro cop. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.